gentlemen, welcome to the theater, the stage where ambitious producers make unique music that just hits a little different. Today, we're reimagining.
Can't nobody pop it like I do, pop it to her, drop like I do. Daddy in the 7 like I do. 7, can she see if she had you? Let's go. Still tuck, hoping they try you. Pick up, then I buy you. Let's think out of the price.
Travis Scott's new Jack Boys 2 joint has got us reminiscing about how much we love his psychedelic sound. But one thing we notice is that style of music has to take you to a whole different dimension. And achieving that psych trap sound isn't always a simple thing to pin down. The techniques are subtle, but they can be wildly transformative. Okay, so in this video, we're gonna dig into this unique style of trap production and figure out how to get that magic in your music. So let's start building. Let's get it, let's go. All right, we're working at 137 in C minor. Okay, I'm starting over here on my sequential take 5. And I think synths are well known to be the foundation of Travis sound. So let's try to find a unique sound and let that spark our imagination. I'm using MIDI playing from FL out to the synth. Don't be afraid to add movement to your recordings. Okay, here in the box, I'm just managing the low end. Okay, remember, don't stop with that preset or that kind of initial sound. Think about how you can transform it. Use the same notes, but try them with different sounds. Here I'm using Chase Bliss's Generation Loss and just messing with the settings a little bit, moving around. And don't be afraid to degrade the sound. Remember, perfect music is boring. Imperfect music, that's where the magic lives. Really, you're trying to find that ownability. It's like turning the familiar into something unique, yours. When you hard pan similar sounds, you're creating what I call a sonic cocoon. Your listener's brain tries to connect these two signals, and it creates this phantom movement in the center. That's where the trip begins. Okay, we know Travis loves his signature chord progressions. But on this one, let's forget the chords. I'm just gonna use 2 notes, good sound design, and create that unease. When you put 2 notes close together, it creates cognitive dissonance. Your brain wants resolution, but never gets it. Tension. That's always a great way to find that psychedelia.
All right, Dre, I know you said no chords on this one, but I couldn't resist. But I'm gonna use it to make a phrase instead. When you play chords or load them in, you don't just have to use them as a pad or a piano. You can use them to make a dreamy arpeggio like this one here. Get a lot of nice movement out of it. All right, now that we have that movement, we can use those same chords on an extra synth just to fill it out a bit. You're getting a sneak peek at the new PROLOGUE 1 kit. We built over 100 presets across Serum 2 and Diva. And notice how I'm using a bit crusher here just to take down the crispiness. It's a great way to degrade your sounds and get them into that psych space.
Play with your effects. They're now a big part of the transformation of your sound. You're looking for transformation. right, everything we've been doing so far has just been preparation. The real psychedelic magic happens when you do what most producers are terrified to do: improvise. Okay, there's a reason why every Travis Scott fan knows when Mike Dean touches one of his tracks. Everything he does is live improv. He's not overthinking it. No quantization, no undo. Live takes only. All right, that's really loose. But when you think of mistakes as features, you stop making beats and start making experiences.
Ooh, this is sounding crazy, Dre. It's like beautiful chaos. Makes me feel like, what if we brought a little structure to that chaos? Let's take that same energy, but give it some rails to ride on. I'm just building another part of the sample here. Maybe this is for the outro or something.
Still talk, hoping they try you. Big goat, then I buy you. That stinker out of the bayou. That oyster right on the dial. Waist that marble right on the tile. Waist, that body too great. That vibe, then I fly you. That
I like this sound, and that's kind of how I work. I hunt around for some sounds, and then when I find something that catches my ear, I'll start playing. Okay, that sounded nice. Let's play it down. But before we do, let's zoom out and think about what we discovered today. The way to capture that intangible magic was never in the tools. It's in giving yourself permission. Permission to let your sounds wobble and drift. Permission to let perfection go. Permission to let your layers breathe. Permission just to mess up. Have fun. Oh, and if you like these sounds and want to get that psych trapped vibe, we're throwing you a lifeline. Over the past 6 months, we've been building a brand new multi-kit from the ground up, and it's based on the feedback of over 1,000 producers who've been testing the wares. We're calling it Prologue 1, and we think it'll be your go-to for that psychedelic, cinematic Travis Scott sound. The pack is epic. It's got over 1,000 samples, one-shots, textures, accents, MIDI, presets. It's 4 times the size of the Prologue beta, which a lot of you have already been messing with. We dropped a link below to buy the kit, so get in early and be one of the first to experiment with it. All right, until next time, keep experimenting, keep pushing boundaries, and remember, create fearlessly, curate ruthlessly. Peace.